Hey guys, Vic here with episode 9 of my Leeds United Manager Mode career. Things are starting to look a little bit wobbly. We are in 4th position, but there is a good 4-point gap between us and 3rd, and then another point between us and 2nd as well. So in a perfect world, we do not want to have to play the playoffs, but it's looking likely if things continue the way they are. We simulate this game against Doncaster and it ends in a 1-1 draw, although Dongu does get a goal for us, which is good. Looking to introduce him more and more into the team now, and really hoping that we can get a bit of growth on him before the season is out, to be honest, and then get a bit of growth over the summer, and then that way he will hopefully still be very much a valuable part of our team. We get into a game against Watford, and for a little while, guys, this was a very frustrating game indeed. We were getting chances, but their goalkeeper was having a blinder, and as you can see, you know, they were really defended really deep on us, made it really tricky. Got a little bit of luck with a header bouncing back off the post, and McCormack slotting home, and another goal for him. Is it 15 league goals there, that caption said? Just missed it. But yeah, so thanks for your comments in the previous video. We were basically shooting the breeze, talking a little bit into the future. If I got to the Premier League, we were saying if I got to the Premier League, who could I have as my new Matt Smith? Who could I have as a tall target man striker? Really happy with McCormack. I think he will be fine in the initial phases of the Premier League. I think he'll be absolutely fine for us. But we were talking about hitting a target man, and some really good suggestions in the comments of the previous episode, so thank you for them. We did manage to edge out Watford in a 2-0 win, which was vital to our league position. However, we've got another tough game here, Derby County. A resurgent Derby County in real life, having a very good season, and they're a tough nut to crack in this one as well. So we get straight into a game against Derby, away from home as well. We've got a lot of tough away fixtures coming up. Just to let you know what we have left in this series and what we've got coming up in the sort of schedule for the next couple of episodes. Basically, we're in the closing phase of the season right now. You're watching this match, and I think at this point there's about 7 games to go. So what you're going to get is you're going to get one more episode, which is this season. So there's some really important matches in this episode. At the end of this episode, there's a really important match against QPR, who are obviously just above us in the league, as you saw earlier. So there's one more episode of this season, then the next season, and obviously that'll determine whether we get promoted or not. And then after that, there's the next episode after that. So what episode 11, that is season 2, guys. That is the start of season 2. It starts in the closed season, and depending on what happens in episode 10, depends on what sort of shopping around we're going to be doing in episode 11. But so, you know, it's absolutely non-stop from this point. We simulate this game against Bournemouth. As you can see, 2 good results for us, but it did not affect our league position. We did get closer to the top 3 teams, but not close enough. We had to rest a few players for this game, but we did manage to edge out Bournemouth in that simulated game with a 1-0 win. We're going to simulate another game away to Barnsley. Now, Barnsley actually beat us in the reverse fixture of this earlier on in the season, so we were keen to get revenge, but we did pick up an injury really early on, but we did ultimately manage to squeeze out a result in this one. So a really good set of results, 9 points from a possible 9 points, takes us into the last 2 games of this episode, but again, 2 very, very fierce games. We've talked about it before, you know, and I'll just quickly mention it again. If you're doing a manager mode and you wanted to play some games and simulate some games, what I found, and it could just be me, what I found is that the best thing to do is to simulate the easy games at home and play your tough games, especially games away. I found that simulating away from home can often end up with some really bad, shocking results, you know. And anything can happen when you play a top team, a team that's sort of 3 or 4 places around you in the league. Matt Smith popping up again with another vital goal for the club. Surprise package in this squad, and he has been super for me. Reason that he's been so good for me, guys, is plain and simple. FIFA 14 headers. You can see how tall he is in that caption there. Actually, he's 6'5", I think. But it's simple. It's simple as, guys, headers are really OP in FIFA 14, and they are even in offline mode, and that is why he's been such a surprise package for us this season. The first goal in that Brighton game as well was quite an interesting goal. I had to play Hussein on the right because I had loads of tired players, and but he's left-footed, so even though he can play on the right, it just worked out perfect that the ball fell to him right at the start of the game. It just fell to him. He cut inside, and he was able to do an easy finesse shot. So this is the game, guys. This is the super crucial game, the most important game of our season so far, for sure. Possibly you could say semi-final against Chelsea in the Capital One Cup, but absolutely, this game is massive. QPR are in second place. We are in third place. There is 2 points between us. The winner of this game, if QPR win this game, you know, they put themselves at arm's length from us. If we win this game, we leapfrog them into the automatic league promotion places. We eventually, a really tight, really nervy game. I always think it doesn't help when it's raining and wet as well. I think that makes it harder to play on this game, and we eventually do break the deadlock and get that crucial 1 goal, and we do manage to squeeze out a 1-0 win from QPR. We go back into second place, and we've got some all-important games. This little caption here is just explaining that Aidan White wants to leave. He's not settled in at Leeds United. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.